good, y'all? It's Bo Ross back at it again with another video. So we're gonna check out 10 WWE wrestlers injured by sheer negligence of wrestling companies, man. Once again, injuries happen in wrestling. It's the unfortunate part of things, especially, you know, sometimes there's missed spots, miscues, and then all of a sudden, you know, a person end up getting injured. But it's even worse when the actual wrestling company doesn't do their part in making sure the wrestler doesn't get injured, and instead maybe they have them do something that they didn't fully test out and ultimately is very dangerous, and hence someone ends up getting injured. So we're gonna check out some of these moments. Appreciate all the love and support, man. Your undisputed YouTube wrestling champ is here to make sure you guys are well entertained, and I ain't going nowhere. Let's check this bad boy out, man.
To keep each other safe in the squared circle, it's also up to wrestling companies to ensure that the wrestlers are safe and the risk of injury or harm is as small as humanly possible. Over the years, top wrestling companies have missed the mark in terms of keeping wrestlers safe, and this has resulted in some rather severe injuries taking place. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 times WWE wrestlers were injured due to sheer negligence. Negligence by a wrestling company. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out WrestleMania.co.uk and a non-wrestling channel. Incredible. Number 10. The Undertaker in 2001. The sledgehammer is synonymous with the game Triple H, but what a strong portion of fans don't know up until 2001, specifically WrestleMania 17, is that Triple H used a fake sledgehammer. The reason for the change was due to an accident during Triple H's match with The Undertaker. As Taker was about to perform the last ride on Triple H, the game used a sledgehammer as a weapon. However, this prop malfunctioned, resulting in the dead man receiving a brutal cut on the face.
Damn.
It's commonly believed that the sledgehammer had a pre-existing sharp edge on the wood, which should have been checked before the weapon was authorized to be used in the match. Whilst not a life-altering injury like some of the injuries on this list, this was an incident that should have been avoided. Number 9, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Never knew that.
Speaking of WWE props malfunctioning, this was the case during the build to WrestleMania 3. Jake the Snake Roberts had just turned babyface, and he was about to embark on a feud with the Honky Tonk Man. The feud between the two would escalate on an episode of the Snake Pit where Roberts would be laid out by a guitar shot. WWE decided to use a real guitar instead of a prop one, meaning that Roberts seriously hurt his neck as a result. Roberts would later reveal that this was the beginning of his problems with addiction medication, as he was in so much pain. There have been claims over the years that the real guitar was gimmicked in a way which would cushion the blow, but Roberts' long-term damage from the guitar shot are a clear indication that whatever WWE did didn't work. Now, the guitar was actually bought by Pat Patterson's partner at the time, who believed that Vince would want a high-quality guitar. Hence the way you couldn't even see it crack when it hit Jake Roberts' neck.
Oh my god, bro. A real solid guitar, bro. Even if you whack somebody up the head, it's not gonna fall apart like you see a lot of times in WWE. A real solid one, it's not gonna fall apart like that. Oh man, Jesus. And to know he had like serious neck injuries after that, that's tough, bro.
A WrestleMania sets are traditionally extravagant and grand, but the WrestleMania 38 set resulted in one of WWE's top stars, AJ Styles, receiving a serious gash on his face. As AJ Styles made his entrance for his match against Edge, AJ walked straight into the enormous star that WWE had placed on the entranceway. The cut was rather deep, and it could have seriously impacted the match, as WWE have a strict no blood policy. According to SmackDown commentator Pat McAfee, due to AJ's injury, WWE producers had to inform talent that they needed to watch where they walked upon making their entrance. This is something that should have been worked out when designing and implementing the set, but clearly WWE believed that the star-shaped symbol wouldn't result in any issues. Number 7, Triple H. Triple H during his career has enjoyed a special entrance at WrestleMania. However, his entrance at WrestleMania 29 went badly wrong.
I remember
As the game made his way down to the ring to take on Brock Lesnar, WWE would incorporate super cold carbon dioxide as part of the entrance. and the plan was for it to turn into ice when making contact with
Yeah.
Triple H's skin.
That didn't
Whilst this
happen.
idea sounded great on paper, upon execution it left one of WWE's most iconic stars with second-degree burns.
Which is wild.
Fans had no idea that Triple H was seriously hurt, and somehow the game managed to complete the planned match with Lesnar without a hitch. This was a huge mess on behalf of WWE, as it was brought into question on how on earth something of this magnitude could happen with what seemed to be a rather simple entrance.
Second-degree burns, and he's out there wrestling a match, all because of a botched entrance. I remember seeing this. I was like, what is that? And then come to find out that's what it was. Wow. That's, man, kudos to Triple H, man. Dude will really wrestle with a torn quad and give you a decent to solid match the best way he possibly can, bro. So he's not the only one that does that. There's a lot of wrestlers that wrestle through their major injuries, but it's always just something that I give respect to, man, because that takes a lot of guts to continue a match. Hell, to even start a match with second-degree burns and finish it is very impressive, bro.
Number 6, Kurt Angle. SummerSlam 2000 represented Kurt Angle's first pay-per-view main event in WWE. Angle would take on The Rock and Triple H in a triple threat match, and the match was a clear sign that Angle was as tough as they come. One of the most notable spots in the match was to see Triple H perform a pedigree onto Angle through the announce table. However, there was just one issue. The table gave way, meaning that Angle's head landed awkwardly on the floor. Angle suffered a serious concussion, so much so that he had zero idea where he was.
That's cold.
The WWE announce table simply wasn't reinforced enough to withstand the weight of both Triple H and Angle. That's ultimately why this serious injury occurred.
He was concussed out his mind.
According to Angle, he had to literally be talked through every single spot in the match as he was completely out of it.
Damn.
Thankfully, WWE have drastically altered their concussion protocol. Therefore, if this type of incident happened today, Angle would receive immediate medical attention. It would have been ruled that he was unable to compete.
Yep.
Number 5, Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon's collision with Kurt Angle at the 2001 King of the Ring event
is
known
a
for
fun
being
match.
one of the most brutal matches of the 2000s. During the street fight
Yep.
encounter,
Tried to
Angle
throw
and
him
Shane
through the
would perform a
glass.
spot where Angle would suplex Shane through panels of glass.
Oh my
This should have
God.
been sugar glass, which is relatively safe and something that WWE have used numerous times before.
Oh.
The issue was that this wasn't sugar glass, this was real plexiglass. A member of the WWE production crew had somehow accidentally implemented the wrong type of glass for the match. Shane was seriously hurt following the incident and needed over 50 stitches.
Oh my God.
The brutality on display was so bad that Vince McMahon almost stopped the match so his own son could receive medical assistance.
Damn.
Number 4, the British Bulldog. The WCW run of the British Bulldog was an absolute disaster. Firstly, because WCW seemingly had no idea what to do with him, and secondly, because Bulldog suffered a career-altering injury due to no fault of his own. During the opening match at the Fall Brawl pay-per-view in 1998, Bulldog would team with Jim Neidhart against the Dancing Fools, and this was when Bulldog's injury would occur. Whilst taking bumps in the match, Bulldog landed twice on a trapdoor which had been set up underneath the ring canvas. The trapdoor was to enable the Warrior to make a special entrance during the main event. These bumps resulted in Bulldog developing a spinal infection that nearly paralyzed him. Bulldog was then forced to spend 6 months in hospital, and whilst recovering, Bulldog received a FedEx informing him of his WCW release.
Damn.
This was one of the worst examples of company negligence, and WCW had no remorse whatsoever for the Bulldog's injuries.
Cold.
Number 3.
Wow. My man's out here for 6 months dealing with a spinal injury on a spot that obviously I don't think they let the wrestlers know, hey, there's a trap door right here in this part of the ring, so don't do any moves there. Remember that? Bro, just for them to get in the mail, all right, we're going to let you go, bro. That's cold. That's tough.
Nikki Bella. Neck injuries are one of the most serious injuries a wrestler can suffer.
Sure.
And in 2016, Nikki Bella was forced to undergo surgery due to extensive damage on her neck. According to Nikki in her memoir, WWE were rather negligent in how they approached Nikki's injury.
Damn.
She revealed that WWE insisted that the MRI wouldn't show anything substantial, despite Nikki being in an immense pain. Nikki added, "I asked for an MRI, but they told me that it wouldn't show anything. They had no answer when I explained that my legs were going numb and giving out on me in matches.
That's
I
not
could only
good.
lie down in bed for a few hours at a time. Finally, I had an MRI. It was in Austin, Texas, and I was backstage. A doctor came up to me to say, 'Just so you know, we're not going to find anything.' I would have given anything for that to be true. I was really frustrated because I felt if I were a male superstar, I'd be getting radically different treatment instead of being instructed just to sit at home and pray.
Wow.
Thankfully, Nikki listened to her own body and was able to get the surgery and subsequent treatment she badly needed.
Which was
Number
good.
2, The Undertaker in 2010.
Hey, man. I'm not sure if they're like that now. Hopefully they're not. But, bro, if there's something wrong, if you feel something wrong with your body, whether anyone tell you, hey, oh, it's probably nothing, go get it checked out. Because you know your body better than any other company or corporation. They don't give a damn as long as you out there performing. But you should always take your health first over the paycheck. Every single time, bro.
The legendary Undertaker is well established for being one of the most respected names in wrestling.
Of course.
Throughout his career, Undertaker would work through injuries and sicknesses as he was a conscience of WWE, and he believed that he always needed to put on a performance for the fans. However, in 2010, the Dead Man suffered an injury which was down to sheer incompetence on behalf of WWE. The Dead Man's iconic pyro malfunctioned during his entrance at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. The Undertaker would suffer first and second degree burns, and his hat and coat were virtually destroyed. The burns were so painful that the Undertaker had to apply cold water whilst in the chamber pod. It is believed that the individual responsible for Undertaker's pyro was fired with immediate effect. According to the Dead Man, he had given a prior warning to the individual weeks prior as the pyro was seemingly getting too close to the Undertaker's body. And number 1, CM.
When you really see it, like, he literally standing right above where the pyro, just a blast of fire. That, I'm gonna be honest with you, if you ever burned yourself just a little bit, I've accidentally turned, like the iron, I'm ironing clothes and accidentally hit my skin. Bro, just for like a second, that shit hurts. Like that you constantly are feeling that. So I can only imagine walking out there onto the ramp and a blaze of fire engulfs you when you're not even expecting it. I can only imagine the pain, bro. Of course they had to fire him, man. Come on, bro. And if the Undertaker said, hey, can you cut back on the fire? It's getting a little bit too close to me when I walk down there, and you still don't do it, yeah, get the fuck up out of here.
Punk. Most of the allegations of WWE being negligent towards CM Punk can be found in court documents. That's how serious the claims of negligence were between the two sides. When Punk left WWE in 2014, he would take part in a tell-all interview with Colt Cabana. And in this now infamous interview, Punk would
It's crazy how things have imploded with them too.
Completely rip WWE to shreds. Punk would reveal that he was always working hurt and that WWE never gave him any substantial time off to heal. In fact, in 2013, WWE would even book CM Punk in a TLC match against Ryback just as he was recovering from a torn meniscus.
That's wild.
The main act of negligence on behalf of WWE was at the 2014 Royal Rumble, which happened to be Punk's final ever WWE match. Punk went into the match with a serious staph infection, which was misdiagnosed by WWE doctor Chris Amann as a fatty deposit. This infection was later examined by an external doctor following Punk's WWE exit, and this was when the doctor revealed that it was so substantial that Punk could have died. Additionally, during the 2014 Royal Rumble, Punk suffered a concussion early on in the match. This was seemingly ignored by WWE medical staff, and Punk would proceed to be chokeslammed through the announce table by Kane. Punk's claims eventually led to a defamation lawsuit between Punk and the WWE doctor, with the man being unsuccessful in his claims of defamation. But there you have it, folks.
That's crazy, bro.
Wrestlers.
That's an infamous situation with CM Punk. And it just shows. And I hope the culture, the wrestling culture, when it comes to like listening to the wrestlers and understanding that they're human beings and they go through physical stuff, that they need time to heal, considering what they're doing out there majority of the year. I hope it's not like that. I hope there's people out there listening. I hope there's people out there that actually give a damn and concerned about what's going on with individuals, whether they have nagging injuries they need to fix or work on. That's always important. Hopefully it's like that now, and it's not more or less the same. But comment down below, let me know, man, which one of these scenarios, situations you did not know about. I appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown on the channel, and your undisputed YouTube wrestling champ. Appreciate you always and forever. Road to 150K. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.